Segment number 2 with this guy, Art Dlugach. I'm Jennifer Fierro, your broad podcaster. He is the voice of the Llano Yellow Jackets. As promised, we're going to talk a little bit of baseball and softball. I'm going to give you the chance here. I'm throwing you the ball. Who do you want to start with?
Well, got to start with softball because it was just 2 great wins within 5 days for the Lady Jackets. It began last Thursday night, April 14th, playing Comfort at home. Just an absolute thrilling game that went to the bottom of the 7th, 0-0, and Llano scores on a Peaches mid-offer single. Haley Brown comes in, and the Jackets defeated Comfort 1-0 to clinch second place in the district. I should mention that Skylar Brown, the number 2 ace for the Jackets, struck out 12, pitching a complete game, beat Emma Wardlaw, who will pitch for Lamar next year. So you can imagine the excitement. And I have to say that my call of the winning run was pretty good, and I played it for the girls after the game when they were huddling with Coach Bo Burnet out in left field to talk about the great win. So, as I say, that clinched second place. Go ahead.
No, go. You finish up because all I was going to say is I retweeted that play on my Twitter at Fierro Jennifer. If I want to say Briley Mitchell may have tweeted out. Somebody shot the video. Briley may have retweeted it, and then I retweeted his tweet. I think that's right. But go ahead. I'm sorry.
Well, I wish you'd gotten the audio, and maybe I'll bring that next week. But that's neither here nor there. That was just a great moment, and as I say, no worse than runner-up in district until last night, Tuesday night. Blanco comes to town, unbeaten in district, and Llano was 5-1, and Blanco was 6-0, and Blanco had beaten the Jackets in their first meeting 6-1. So Llano comes up with 6 runs in the bottom of the second. Kylie Brown with a 3-run homer. Interesting point there. It was senior night. She's a senior. Not just that, she's one of just 2 seniors. So you can imagine that thrill. Well, the game was far from over. Llano's lead was extended to 7-0, and then Blanco comes back to trail 8-4, then 8-6 in the 7th inning. Llano holds on for the win, so they have clinched a tie for first place in district with Ingram remaining on Friday night, and Llano will win that, and Blanco will win its lone remaining game, so they will both get a share of the championship, and they probably, my understanding is, flip for the higher seed. And that's important because number 1 plays the 4th seed in the companion district. Number 2 plays the 3rd seed. They both should win that round. I'm going a lot ahead of myself, but congratulations to the girls. Madison Klepper got the win last night, and Skylar Brown got the save for that one as Madison got in trouble in that 7th inning. Head coach Bo Burnet, the assistant coach is Barbara Burnet, his wife. They've been together as coaches for about as long as they've been married, 16, 18, 20 years. And Barbara has been the head coach in the past at a couple of colleges in Oklahoma. But when they came here 4 or 5 years ago, she wanted to be middle school coordinator and spend more time with the children. One who is a star on the softball team, Gwen Burnet, has already, just a sophomore, has already had an offer from Florida Atlantic to play softball in college. So that's good, and she also does real well in several other sports. Yeah. So that's the story on softball.
Okay, so softball went 2-0. They won on Thursday and then won on Tuesday.
Yes.
Okay.
And they, as I say, they finished the regular season at Ingram on Friday night, and Ingram is quite beatable, and they ruled them in their first match together.
Okay. just real quick, and just have one update for Burnet. Burnet played the District 19 4A's top pitcher at Taylor, Lindsey Odell, like I told you, going to Loyola Marymount. They scratched out a 6-4 win, forced the Lady Dogs into 4 errors, and that allowed the Lady Dogs to win that game. So you have the highest of highs after, because the night before there were tornadoes and hail on April 13th, which was Tuesday. Burnet was in Salado. They had to postpone until Wednesday. Well, let me back up. Tuesday, April 12th, they were supposed to play Salado. That game got moved to Wednesday night because of Mother Nature, April 13th. Burnet lost that game 9-4. Really, really down. Didn't know what to expect. Well, Burnet just bounces back against Taylor and scratches out a 6-4 win. Looked like Burnet had clinched a playoff spot, but last night that changed. And not because Burnet lost to Lake Belton, which went 10-0 in that district and won the district championship. That's a side note. The reason is because Taylor lost to Georgetown Gateway 3-1 last night. So that means that Burnet and Georgetown Gateway, because they split the regular season, have to do a play-in game for 4th place on Friday night, 6 o'clock, and tentatively scheduled at Gerald High School. So it will be interesting to see how that plays out. I did have a chance to talk to head coach Haley Wooten. She told me that if the Lady Dogs play the way that they have been playing during the pre-district season, there's nothing to worry about. Of course, I have that story on TexasChalkTalk.com, along with all of the other stories and teams we've been talking about today.
Let me ask you a couple of questions. You say that they beat the girl who's going to Loyola Marymount.
They did.
Well, that's awfully good, because that's not a small school at all, and located in Southern California. And so congratulations on that. You also mentioned tornadoes. I'm assuming those were tornado alerts or something.
They were in the area. That was that awful night where, and it was covered by the Austin TV stations, but where you had some of those tornadoes that hit the area down there.
Right.
But the hail, I mean, it looked like rock size,
Wow.
good sized rock hail that dropped. So, and that of course affected the baseball team as well, because the Burnet baseball team was also in Salado that night to take on the Eagles. I was going to hand you the ball, if you will, and let you go back to talk about baseball before we get to the Burnet and Marble Falls baseball teams.
All right. For baseball, Lago is unbeaten to be number 1 in the district and beat Llano in a thriller. I mentioned a couple other thrillers that the Jackets won, especially won the 1-0 game. But Lago, in the top of the first, I won't go through all 7 innings, I promise, but Llano scores 5 runs to open the game at Lago, 5-0 lead. Then in the bottom of the first, Maddox Green, the ace for the Jackets, falls off the rubber as he delivers his pitch. And I don't see him fall, but I look up and he is flat on his back on the mound. And he stayed in the game, was not really at his best after that. And Lago scores 7 runs in the bottom of the second inning. Well, Llano stays close. Jackson Dillard comes into pitch and did a great job for the last 5 or 6 innings. But Lago breaks an 8-8 tie with a run, and wins it 9-8. And I will say that that some of the Lago people were hearing me broadcast the game. I was right behind home plate, behind the netting behind home plate, and they said that I did a very good job. I think that they were impressed by the fact that the Vikings won the game, so they thought they could be nice to me. Well, I'm kidding. They were very nice, and so I appreciated what they said for an old man. All right, Lago remains undefeated. Blanco has lost once, and the Jackets have lost twice. Llano has clinched a playoff berth, and can do a bit better than that if they can beat Blanco, and that will not be easy, on Thursday night. They play Thursday and Friday. Thursday night is in Llano, and then Friday night the Jackets will play at Ingram, a game they should win, and next week they close out the season with Lago at home. But as I say, they'll do no worse than third place in district, and if they finish third, they'll play the second place team in the companion district in the playoffs. So both teams are in.
Okay. Real quick. Marble Falls last week lost to Georgetown 5-4 on the April 12th. Came back on April 14th, beat Leander 6-1. Lost on Tuesday night, April 19th, to Liberty Hill 4-2. They will finish the regular season, should finish the regular season Friday night at home, senior night, 7 o'clock first pitch. Faith Academy beat Bryan Allen Academy 15-0 in 4 innings. Pitcher Cade Shaw had 11 strikeouts. I do want to make mention what happened to the Burnet baseball team. Same thing. Last Tuesday night on April 12th, Mother Nature forced them to reschedule their Salado game to Wednesday night. Burnet gets run off the diamond. They lose that game 20-3.
Ooh.
They come back on Thursday night, play Salado at home, and end up beating the Eagles 13-6, and then follow that up with the win on April 19th, which was Tuesday night, over Taylor 13-6. So that win clinches a playoff berth for the Bulldogs for the first time in a long, long time. Congratulations to Russell Houston and the Burnet Bulldogs. What an outstanding job they've done, especially coming back after getting run out of Salado 20-3. Wow.
That is fantastic. Absolutely.
That says a lot about them. Okay, we're going to finish up this segment, and when we come back, we're going to talk about the UIL and some things that Art and I have been hearing and some changes, possibly some things that we would like the UIL to address. Stay with us. We'll be right back after this.